Looking for a quick getaway with fresh sea air, amazing seafood, lots of history, and tons of fun activities? Then allow me to take you to Mystic, Connecticut, the quaint New England town that has everything you need for the perfect weekend away. I visited in early April when it was still pretty chilly, but by the time you watch this, the weather will be just perfect. Hey, we are on a road trip to Mystic, Connecticut. I'm here with Megan.
Hi.
And we are driving from Hartford to Mystic. We are both flight attendants, and we had a long layover in Hartford, Connecticut, and we thought we would drive up to Mystic. As you may or may not know, there was a famous film there called Mystic Pizza. I have not seen it. I think it's an 80s movie, but that's kind of what put Mystic on the map. But I have heard it is such a cute little town, city, I don't know. But we are going to find out, and we're going to show you all the best of Mystic. Within just 1 hour, we arrived in Mystic.
We're in Mystic.
We parked the car and then walked over to the famous drawbridge built in 1922. The drawbridge allows boat traffic to pass through from May to October.
Cold, but beautiful.
We now headed to our first order of business, lunch. We went to a recommended restaurant, S&P Oyster. Mystic is known for its fresh and delicious seafood, and S&P offers not only fresh seafood, but also beautiful waterfront views and a very classy vibe. This is a popular place, so I do recommend reservations if you're coming in the high tourist season. We were seated at a table with a beautiful waterfront view. And one thing I really appreciated is that the menu had several clearly marked gluten-free options. If you're gluten-free like me, that makes a huge difference. We went for the prefix ladies' lunch option that they were offering that day, which included a soup, incredible fresh fish. I also ordered some of their gluten-free bread, which was really delicious. And this unbelievable poached pear for dessert that made us feel so elegant. We really enjoyed our lunch here, and I definitely recommend this place. As we left the restaurant, the Gilmore Girls theme song was playing, which felt pretty fitting for a visit to a small town in Connecticut. Next, we headed out for a walk around town. We had really wanted to visit the Mystic Aquarium, which is supposed to be incredible, but unfortunately they were closing early that day. So instead, we headed out to the famous Mystic Pizza. Yes, it's a real place. Mystic Pizza is famous for inspiring the 1988 coming-of-age comedy by the same name. Screenwriter Amy Jones vacationed in Mystic and fell in love with the restaurant and the town, which then inspired her to write the script for the film. Mystic Pizza was actress Julia Roberts' breakout film, and she soon became a huge movie star. This family-owned restaurant is full of memorabilia from the film, and the film itself plays continuously on a loop on the TV monitors inside. We were still full from lunch, so we didn't try the pizza, but apparently they do have a gluten-free option. Next, we headed to a little bakery called Sift for a much-needed coffee. I had also read that they had a few gluten-free options available. Their pastries looked really tempting, but sadly, there were only 2 gluten-free options. So I grabbed a gluten-free cookie and a coffee, and actually, the cookie was quite good. There were many more little shops and cafes to discover on the very walkable main street. But instead, we headed out to a nearby area that was highly recommended, called Old Mystic Village. Old Mystic Village is an open-air shopping and dining area in Mystic, just a short drive away from the main street. However, don't mistake this for just an outdoor mall. Old Mystic Village is actually quite charming. It's built to resemble an 18th century New England village, and it features only locally owned independent businesses. It's quite walkable, and There's also this lovely little duck pond to enjoy. You can also find some really unusual and unique stores, like this Harry Potter-inspired store that is a definite must if you or your kids are a fan of the books. The Cloak and Wand is really more than a store. It's actually quite interactive.
Delivering messages than I am. You're trying, what?
Next, we headed over to Bestamore's Scandinavian gift shop. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I've always been fascinated with visiting the Scandinavian countries, and that's definitely on the list for a future trip. This store had quite an impressive selection of just about anything you could imagine from Scandinavia.
There's something so nice and almost kind of old-fashioned about going physically into stores and actually talking to the shop owners and actually touching things, I think nowadays most of us shop online. I know I definitely do as a matter of convenience as a busy mom, but it is really nice for a change. Just go into a store and talk to people. I mean, as a flight attendant, I do talk to people quite a bit, but it is different to just do it as a part of your daily life. And I think a lot of us are a little maybe burned out from all the AI stuff and what's real. And it is nice to see that these actual real stores still exist, even if it's just in smaller towns now.
Next, we headed over to the nearby town of Stonington, just a short drive away. We took advantage of the free parking at Dubois Beach, a small but lovely beach. Keep in mind that we were here in the off-season, but I can imagine this would be especially gorgeous in the summer. We walked down the sandy sidewalk to the Stonington Lighthouse, which is actually a museum. Unfortunately, it was closed because they're only open seasonally, from late spring through the summer. Originally built in 1840, the Stonington Lighthouse is quite charming. It was opened as a museum in 1927, as the first lighthouse museum in the US. We continued our walk around town, spotting some impressive historic houses, including this one that was built in 1769. It was getting close to dinner time, and so we headed over to Breakwater, a waterfront restaurant with gorgeous views of Stonington Harbor. Breakwater is a very popular restaurant in the summer season, but we were able to score yet another table with waterfront views. The perks of visiting in the off-season. The menu had tons of fresh seafood options, and even some impressive gluten-free options. I ordered a beautiful salad with sea scallops that was quite delicious, but I was a bit jealous when I saw my neighbor getting delivered a burger, especially because the restaurant had gluten-free buns available. It was very chilly outside when we left the restaurant, but the view was absolutely stunning. We walked back to the car, enjoying the beauty, even while totally freezing.
It's really cold. Beautiful, but cold.
And in less than an hour's drive, we were back at the hotel. Although I was only in Mystic for the day, that was enough time to see what a special town this is. Even though some places were closed due to the off-season, there was still so much to see and do here, and we didn't even get to half of it. And in the summertime, I can just imagine how magical this place is. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. We have so many more travel adventures coming your way. We'll see you in the next video.